Welcome to my house. This is part of my collection of my post-mortem photographs. This is my old skeleton. These are some of my pieces of taxidermy and old photographs. These are my wax heads from a wax museum, supposedly of murderers. And these are some of my preserved animals.
Some people collect stamps, others postcards. But Nancy Smith, ever since she was a child, has been collecting death. Nancy lives alone in her home in LA, a real little house of horrors. Surgical instruments, vials of poison, skeletons and morbid photos. And in the lounge, the coffee table is a coffin. But Nancy's especially fond of animals. Dead ones, preferably. In formalin, stuffed, or even mummified.
This falcon had belonged to a friend. He finally sold it to me after years. It originated in Egypt. I think it was stolen from the tombs when they started finding things in the tombs there in the 20s. And a woman bought this and a mummified human hand that I also want, but I did get this. They raised thousands and thousands of falcons in that time to bury with different people to bring them prosperity and other things in the afterlife. And one of my favorite things about this falcon is the smell of how old it is. I wish you could smell it. It's hard to find where this came from in my past, but I think it was from my mother, who taught me ghost stories and horror stories when I was little. My parents also never hid death from me. They let me watch scary movies, they let me watch the news. There was no problem with that. Plus, I was very interested in dinosaurs and dinosaur bones when I was little, and I don't think I ever outgrew that passion.
Nancy turned her passion into a business in 1991 when she opened her shop on Melrose Avenue. You can now add a little touch of the macabre to your home for just a few dollars. Nancy's clientele is very varied. Artists or young medical students, but also lots of people who are quite simply curious and only come to look around. Nancy has no problem getting hold of stocks, for she admits to having several suppliers, both in the US, of course, but also in China, particularly for the bones.
Well, I guess I think I'm as normal as some sports fan would be, you know, who just lives for sports and watches sports all day and then goes home and reads sports magazines. You know, I guess it's kind of obsessive, but not really, because I don't live in it all day. I mean, I do other stuff. I like to go hiking, I bird watch, so I get normal things done. Necromance.
And Nancy's latest acquisition? A stuffed cat with two heads, from the depths of the Ukraine.
I don't think I am afraid of death. Death is my business, so I love death.